Example number 3. Mark, Mr. Mark, wants to buy some pies for his awesome classmates and students. And he has a budget of $82 to spend on $5 apple pies, $4.50 banana pies, and $5.50 chocolate pies. You're buying pies for the class, Mr. Mark.
Oh, okay. I didn't have to read that.
Yes. I was giving you a holla holla.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Pies.
Okay. We'll expect some apple, banana, and chocolate pies tomorrow.
Okay. All right. And then if you guys finish.
Sure.
And whatever.
Yep.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, so he wants to buy 16 pies for his classmates. That's definitely not going to be enough for us. And he must buy as many chocolate pies as apple and banana pies combined. How many of each should he buy? So here's the thing with story problems. If you read it all at once, you're going to get overwhelmed. All right, so one of my things as a math teacher is to help you dissect a story problem so that it's not overwhelming. Okay? So if we look at this, keep in mind we're trying to write a system of 3 equations. So let's talk about the 3 items that we have. What are the 3 items that we have? Apple, banana, chocolate pies, right? So we have 3 things. So over here to the left side of the problem, we're going to use A, we're going to use A to represent the number of apple pies. We'll use B to represent the number of banana pies. And we'll use C to represent the number of chocolate pies. You okay with that? This is called defining your variables. If you have to take the ECA, this is a great skill that you'll need when you have story problems, is defining your variables. Okay, so when we're writing these equations, we have some money things up there. I like to look for totals. So what's a total that you see up here? 82 is a total, right? So over here, we're going to write something equals 82. Now we're talking about money, right? So what other money situations do we have going on? 450, 550. So $5 for an apple pie. How could we represent that?
5A.
Okay, we could say 5A. You don't need to put the dollar sign. And then, go ahead.
Plus 450B
450B
plus 550C
plus 550C. Notice all of these things are money, right? Money goes with money. And so over here to the side, write yourself a note. You're going to have a money equation. You almost always will have a money equation. Okay? Money goes with money. All right? The next equation I like to call the simple equation. What's my next total? Someone who hasn't talked yet today. What's my next total? Perfect. I love calling on people. You in the Tokyo hat. 16 is another total. Okay, so we're going to use something equals 16. It says he wants to buy 16 pies for his classmates. So the total number of pies has to equal 16. But I don't know how many apple, banana, or chocolate pies, but I did use A, B, and C to represent them, right? So this equation is going to be just A plus B plus C. This is what we call a simple equation. Notice that it's 1A, 1B, 1C. That's the simple equation, okay? So in here, we actually have taken care of all of this already. So now all we have left is he must buy as many chocolate pies as apples and bananas combined. Okay, not dividing yet. This word as means equals in math. Okay? We know that and means what in math? Add. So this says we're going to add apples and banana, right? Does that make sense? We're going to add apple and banana pies together. Okay, so down here, let's do our third equation. We're going to add apples plus bananas. And it says he must buy as many chocolate pies as apples and bananas combined.
So equals C?
So we have our equal sign, right? And it has to equal the chocolate pies. So it's going to equal C. I call this equation, yep, we just wrote it underneath. I call this equation the complex equation because we had to do a little bit of work to talk about it. So every time you're doing a word problem, you should have a money equation, a simple equation, and a complex equation. Okay? The first two are pretty easy to figure out. The complex is maybe the tricky one. Okay, now if we look at this third equation, the problem is that we're missing the C, it's on the other side, right? It's not lined up like everything else. How might we line this up? What are we going to do? We could rewrite it, but what could we do to bring this C over here? Make it a negative C or subtract C, right? If I subtract C and I put it here, what does that leave me over here on the right side? 0. Yeah, it cancels out and it's just 0.
So if there's nothing left on the other side, equal sign 0 takes its place?
Correct. Yep. So now I have 3 equations that we know how to work, right? We know how to do these now, okay? For the sake of time, I'm not going to have you actually work this out. I just wanted to help you set it up, okay? So that we have this set up, okay? Any questions on the setup of this? If you wrote these 3 things down, money, simple, and complex, you should do pretty well, okay? And on your homework, you only have one that's a story problem, okay? So if you want to skip to the story problem, make sure you get it set up correctly first. That would be a great idea, okay? Any questions? Follow the steps, okay? Follow the steps that we have written out. All right. So for your homework, you're going to do the next 4 problems. They're 4 pages. Number 2, the hint is to eliminate B first. Okay, so you can go ahead and pause and solve this problem out. I do have the answer if you would like it, so you can go ahead and pause, work the problem out. The answer is 4 apple pies, 4 banana pies, and 8 chocolate pies. So your homework is to do problems 1 through 4 in the homework packet.